That's it. We've started. Evening all. How is everyone?
I was still humming away to the intro music.
Yeah, I can play it again if you want. I have control.
We have full control. Good evening. Hello, sexy people.
Mike is joining us. He just had a technical issue of nothing working.
Yeah, I passed on my my virus to him from last week.
He's jumped back onto
via the interwebs.
His neighbours. Jumped back onto his neighbour's internet. That's what it is.
That's it. Yeah. Well, they found out about it and cut him off.
Cut him off.
One of the two. So yeah, Mike will be joining us.
Yes,
imminently.
Hopefully, very soon.
This is probably killing him now that he's not on it.
Yeah, he's like,
So, they're ruining it already.
They've not done it right. I got told off for last time for not saying hello to individual people. So, hello Kenny, hello Tactical Dad's Airsoft, hello Stephen, hello Stephen, hello Stephen, hello Tony Pony, Blackbeard, Harry, Daniel, Daz, Mike. That's Mike. Hi Mike.
Hi Mike.
Tony again, Steve again, Andrew, Landnav Challenge, Les, Daniel,
me.
Punish One,
hello,
Steve, Mike.
Mike's gone full Arnie on us.
He's here in spirit.
Come on. Oh dear. Hi Andy, hi Lance. Hello Pony Tony. Mike's not here, Tony, so you haven't got to say hi to him.
No, don't say hello to him.
How are you, bud?
How are you?
I'm good. I asked you first. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm tired and stressed out.
You've had a busy week with vans, haven't you?
With vans and
new vans and
runs, new vans.
It looks nice. I like the colours.
Yeah, it's camouflage.
It reminds me of my old Fusion sound system I had in my Renault Clio when I was a little boy.
Yeah, it's very sportive, isn't it?
Sportive, yes.
I saw your post of your update on your fitness and your dieting.
Yes, yeah, I'm quite impressed.
Very, very fit. That was definitely one for a wank.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no. Oh, blimey. I even startled my camera then. Yeah, no, I'm well chuffed, mate. Well happy. Yeah, feeling good.
Congratulations,
feeling
mate.
good.
Yeah, that's good.
And I had 2 slices of a carnivore pizza tonight for my dinner. But I'm still tasting it now. Yeah, it's delicious. It's not to everyone's taste. Or it doesn't actually look very appealing, but it does taste very, very good.
Stephen said Photoshop.
Absolutely. Photoshop friend.
Well, they're all doing it, aren't they? Royal family.
Yeah, fuck that honesty.
Yeah.
Who does that anymore? That's rubbish. Yeah, no, all good, mate. Thank you very much.
That's all right. I would ask how Mike is, but he's not here, so sod him.
Clearly not very good, I'd say.
No, he's probably tearing out his hair.
I'm trying to find. Do you remember what out of the 19 million chats we've got for November Foxtrot, I put the news articles that I wanted to mention this weekend? Was it the main one?
I think it's the main one.
Or was it not the main one?
It was the main one, I think. But I will start the news and give you time to try and find them again.
No, because I've got to change my background, you bastard.
Right, tell me when you're ready. We'll do it properly. We'll do it professional.
Okay, I'm ready to go when you are.
Yeah. News now.
I take my gun and I go, pew, 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 pew.
News.
Even though he's not here, we still hear him. News. No, news. We needed additional news openings, so we've got our voices saying it. So that's not correct. It's not correct at all. Hello, Phil. How are you doing? News this week, mate. You got anything? Purchases or newses?
Purchases is no. News. I just wanted to bring up the charity event that the lads at Lumbers are doing.
Yes, absolutely.
That's the same weekend as our event. It's a well-worthy charity. It's what's the event? Combat Stress. Very good charity for combat veterans suffering with mental illnesses. We'll stick a link up on our socials, so if you do want to donate any money, pop over there and just give them a helping hand. But yeah, well done, lumber company guys. Good luck.
Do we remember? I can't remember where it actually is. They're doing. Is it
Brecon Beacons?
Brecon, isn't it? We're doing some Brecon, isn't it? Yeah,
and they're going up the difficult run. So they're not.
Is that the Peaks Challenge? Is it the
Yeah.
Challenge of the 5 something or others? I can't remember what it's called now.
Yeah, the one where they're where you're meant to be expert, and none of them are experts, and they're just going for it. So fair play to them, and emergency services
are on standby. On
Have
speed
you got
dial.
any news, mate? Yeah, on speed dial.
I've got a little shout out I'd like to give to a long-standing listener of the show, to a Mr. and Mrs. McNeary. Just want to say congratulations on the birth of your gorgeous little baby. On which was yesterday on here, Mother's Day. Was it day before Mother's Day?
Yeah,
one of the two. I can't find the post, but I do remember it. So congratulations to your happy little family. Many happy returns. So there we go. Yeah. So big shout out to the McNeary family and the birth of their young pup. We like that very much. What was my next one? Oh, purchase. Yes, I've had 4 of these bad boys arrive. Whoa!
Oh,
got some flash sale ammo cans from Preppers UK. 4 cans for about bugger off camera. 4 cans. I think it was 23 quid with delivery. Including delivery.
Yeah, there wasn't much, was it? There were.
So I was because they're like sometimes they're like 10, 15 quid a go. So getting them for like a £5 each, I was just like, I need that, not only for storage but also for an up and coming things that we've got going on. Always very, very handy if you catch the drift. So yeah,
got them pyro in as well.
Not necessarily for me. I'm buying them for the great of good. There we go.
But if you had pyro,
because I'm that kind of guy,
it's a good place to keep pyrotechnics without burning down your house.
I'd like to see how well steak keeps in it as well. Slabs of beef.
I'd clean it.
Well, it's vacuum tight, isn't it? It's got a gasket around the top of it, so it'll be sort of airish tight.
Yeah,
nice and cold metal. I might clean it out. I probably won't.
Just put the
slap some raw beef ribeye in there. Maybe the first steak I'll wipe it around with that steak and have that as a cloth and food. Because once you've cooked it, it doesn't matter. It could be anything on there. It'll be dead. We're not worried about that. See how well steak cooks in it. Yes, I'd have to burn it first. I'd have to burn the paint off first, but I'd be more than willing, because the lids do come off of these. I wonder if I could use the lid as a skillet. Oh, let's have a look at this.
I'll take the handle off.
There we go. So I could burn all the paint off and just lay that in a fire. It's a bloody good idea, Eddie. Let's do it. I'm on it. Leave it with me, science.
Science.
Food science.
We'll be trying that this weekend then.
I've seen, there's YouTube videos. If you look up a guy called Simon, a bloke in the woods, he actually makes a wood burning stove out of one of them. It might be the 50 cal. They're the 5.56, but the 50 cal can.
Yeah, the 50 cal ones.
I think he does one with the 5.56 one as well. He does a mini burner and he's got a bigger one. But he shows you how to make it. They're fucking brilliant. Great for the hot in winter.
I've seen someone do a smoker with it, with 2. So you have one underneath and then you have one sitting on top. That was quite a cool idea.
Anything relating to food and cooking meat is brilliant, I think.
Mini smoker.
Yeah, absolutely. Lovely.
Also, as well, we have some website news. If you haven't been over to our website, jump on over. I can't remember the address. Can you remember the address?
It's novemberfoxtrot.co.uk.
That's the one. We've recently put a new section on there for FPS limits and dual creep and things. Yes. Just so everyone can have the information there at hand. If you wanted, you're more than welcome to print it out as well. So you've always got it in your kit. As we always say, laminate it so you're not wasting paper.
Save the trees, eat beavers and all that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's all on there. So pop over, have a little look. If there's anything you think that we've missed or you'd like added, let us know. We can change that.
Yeah, because that's a printable PDF, isn't it? You can download
it. Well, it's a printable page, I think. Yeah.
Happy days. We like that.
And you're doing something this weekend as well, aren't you?
Yes, I am actually. Yeah, you good prompt, sir. Good.
Yeah.
Sir. Where is it? Oh bugger.
See, Mike thinks he's the professional.
Chat. We know what we're doing.
We know what we're doing.
So this weekend I am doing I'm doing my Great Tommy Sleep Out this weekend, boys and girls. So I do it every year, raising money for homeless veterans who've been suffering with obviously homelessness and bits and bobs.
Mm-hmm.
So all proceeds go to the British Legion for their homeless veterans section of the charity. So yeah, I'm doing a sleep out this coming weekend, this Saturday night. Being joined by Mr. Funnel, no less, who's coming along because he wants to test out a bit of kit as well. So I won't be alone this time, just sobbing in the rain because I can't get a fire going.
Not meant to rain this
weekend,
weekend, is it?
so I will have some company to cry with, which would be refreshing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing that this weekend. I have got a QR code here, which I'm going to put up on the screen. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but
tilt your phone a little bit.
Oh, the other way. There we go.
That's it.
There we go. So if you could scan that.
Hang on, let me just make you bigger.
Oh, baby. Nope, that's
right.
You're
That's
rubbish.
me.
Bring Mike back.
Why is it not?
Come on, my arm hurts.
It's not letting me do it. Mike.
Oh, it's fine. They'll be able to scan that. Anyhow, scan that. No, he's done you again. Shall I come to your house?
Yeah.
Scan that, and if it does work, please, if you can, spare a couple of bob. That'll be wonderful because it's going to a good cause.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like I say, I'll do it every year.
That up on our socials as well, so we'll have both charity things up on our Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, absolutely. I've been sharing the pants off of my Great Tommy Sleep Out because it is very important to me. Got an awful lot of friends, colleagues who are ex-serving, not so much been homeless, but obviously I'm sure they know probably people that have gone through hard times of it. So as much as I can help, I will do my bit and all that jazz. So yeah,
we'll do what we can.
It'd be nice to field test a bit of kit as well, which I've been looking forward to doing for a little while. So yeah, well, I'm not going to have too many comforts. It will
keep
be
yourself
very,
busy,
very minimal.
Set it up for the next weekend.
That's it, mate. Exactly. Yeah. Get it out there, get it dirty, and I'm actually quite looking forward to it. Weirdly, because it is raining, to give the old waxed kit a bit of a good going over throughout the evening and seeing how it holds up. I've been out in it for sort of 25-30 minutes in like heavy rain. It's been all good then, but it'd be nice to see a prolonged like overnight. See how it holds up then.
Yeah,
so I shall report back on my findings. Clothing science.
I'm surprised at this point you're not just waxing yourself.
I do, but that's the last resort.
That's if you got to go for a river.
Once the clothes have been removed, there's no worries. Look at me, fully waterproof. Good stuff.
I think that's kind of it for the news. Mike hasn't messaged me anything else unless you've got any important.
No, I don't think so. Not this week. I can't remember. I thought I had two news articles. There was the McNeary family. Again, many happy returns.
Yep.
And I can't remember the other one. Rubbish. I am pants. Sorry. I don't think.
I thought it was your Tommy.
I would have
remembered.
It was your
Tommy Sleep Out.
I know it was the Tommy Sleep Out a bit near. I thought there was two sort of like bits I'd found though, which I thought was worth mentioning, but I can't remember what they are. Oh, still some tickets left for Op 4 at Op Phoenix, which is coming up 23rd, 24th of this month. So if you are interested in getting out and in amongst it, out in a nice rural woodblock environment, and you want to do some Op 4 action, then please check out empireairsoft.co.uk and look under their events tab for more details on Op Phoenix. Op 4 tickets are still available, but there's not many left. So get your asses in gear if you're debating it. Don't stop debating.
Join us.
Get booking. Yeah, absolutely.
Come and shoot me and Lance, or attempt to. With our
Come and attempt
skills.
to see us if you can.
Yeah,
I dare you. I double dare you. So there we go. Yeah,
right.
All good stuff. Is that the end of the news?
I think that's the end of the news, unfortunately. So I don't have the pew 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 pew. So I'm just going to play the news intro again.
I take my gun and I go pew 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 pew.
News.
Seamless. Go on, Mike. I need an adult.
Any late joiners? Hello, Terry, Sunshine. Damien, how you doing, Sunshine? Anyone else? Will, good evening. Phil, g'day, mate. Phil's having his coffee and toast. It's morning in the
morning there
in the United States of Australia, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's just sat out on the beach at the moment in a G-string, eating toast and drinking coffee.
No, see, I think Phil's the sort of person that goes out, opens his open.
This is a good little segment. We should have done this in the news. Actually, what does Phil wear down the stairs in the morning?
Crocodiles.
When he wakes up, when Phil wakes up in Oz, what does he wear down the stairs? As like his family sat in the kitchen, he walks down the stairs. What's he wearing?
Shorts and crocodile boots.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's barefoot.
No, I think
he's barefoot. I think he's wearing tiny, not speedos and not shorts, but the like almost like a hot pants. I think he's in a navy blue hot pant garb.
Just pure hot pants.
And the only other garment he's got on is like a bead and tiny toothed anklet. That's what I reckon he's got on. That sort of clinks as he walks. The little teeth.
See, I like the way neither of us went for the stereotypical hat with corks.
No. No, he's been asleep, hasn't he? He's been in the shade and the aircon on. So he's just, he's just hanging loose, talks bollocks, comes down for his tea and coffee. Or coffee and toast, I say. Yeah, I reckon that's it. Hot pants and an anklet. That's what he wears in the morning. Phil, we right or wrong?
Mate. Yeah, send us a photo.
Tomorrow morning, get your missus to get a photo of you coming down the stairs. Yeah. We got money on this.
So this evening we are...
What are you doing today? Oh, stop getting involved. Never mind commenting. Get your laptop fired up.
Get yourself back on.
Yeah,
if you're commenting on YouTube, you can come and comment over with us. So this evening we are discussing a very important topic for all of us. Bags and Bergens. Yeah, a very popular subject.
It's MilSim porn, let's be honest.
Yeah.
If there was ever a topic, yeah.
Definitely.
Let's talk about how we carry all our shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Mike actually has all the photos, I think.
He still uses Norton. He uses Norton.
Grow up.
Nobody uses Norton.
I'm McCaff.
I don't even have that. I don't have Norton, McCaff, nothing.
And that's why your computer nearly died last month.
No, that wasn't. Week. That's not because of any. I've got antivirus on it. But you don't use Norton and McCaffrey. That's terrible. That's like that AVG as well. God, that's bloody awful stuff.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Here he is. He's arriving.
Oh, look, he's blaming his wife. If in doubt, blame the wife.
Paul is back.
Yeah, you're worse than me because I was only sort of like 6 minutes late last week. You're like 18 minutes late.
18 minutes.
Oh man,
Jesus
18 and a half minutes.
Christ.
It is
Mate, you've left me and Lance
when you're sitting there all geared up for the start of the show. I've got all my links all lined up, all my pictures, and then literally just everything just went no.
Lance doesn't need
at least you're not
protection.
talking like a Chinese bad guy anymore.
Yeah. Fucking right. It
No,
does.
well, that's the other problem as well. Andy, at the start of the show, I was chatting to him, and all of a sudden I just went dark, just completely dark.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh dear.
Can I just tack on something on the news just about the website?
Yes, of course.
Oh, here we go.
Extra news.
So the website we've obviously updated now. There's we're going to be putting some blog posts out on different topics as well as our reviews, so it kind of clumps all that in together. What it also means is to enable people to find stuff. We've now got an actual search function on there as well. So we've updated that, and then there's also some tabs on the homepage. So there's sort of a series of articles that will flag up at the start. So if there's new articles posted and stuff like that, we'll sort of try and share it. But have a look through. If there's a search function, you can find stuff. So hopefully it makes the website a lot more usable, and there's lots of exciting things on there to come. The next one I'm currently working on is an iPro guide.
That's going to be short and sweet. Put them over your eyes.
Wear iPro.
Open iPro. No. Put iPro on face.
I've got to check my mic. Is everything broken still?
Yeah. Mike, is this correct?
Yeah, well done. So that's the plan, basically. So yeah,
see, as soon as you turn up, we start being fucking childish. We was being really sensible for you.
We were being professional before.
As you can be.
Yeah.
We'll have you know.
Yeah.
Looking over my glasses at you now.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of the news.
Welcome back.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, I don't have
Oh, fuck. Where's my fucking cursors disappeared?
The virus is back onto you.
You're it.
Simon Norton. So we're obviously talking. Do you want me to go back to doing what I normally do, or do you want to keep going?
Yeah, crack on. Yeah, show your boots. Because I can sit back
man,
then and have drinks and stuff.
Yeah, we'll just relax now and just.
No, that's fine. Cool. So we're going to be talking Bags and Bergens tonight. We're going to start off with the absolute classic that I know that we've all owned, which is the British Army, either longback or shortback Bergen, tailored or untailored. They are probably somewhere in. I mean, it depends on the quality. So it depends on what grade you want to get. Grade 1 being pretty decent. Super grade is usually like pucker. Grade 2 is you might want to do a little bit of repairing, and then grade 3 is you put something in it and something comes out the bottom.
Yeah, you've basically got fabric at that point.
Yeah. So British Army longback Bergen or shortback Bergen, I'll talk about that in a second. Typically about 90 to 100 litres.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 120 with the 120 with the rockets on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty Bobby basic. I will find a picture in a second.
I can get
when was the last time you both used a British Army Bergen? While I probably find some photos of one.
Pre 40th birthday for me. But mine's been tailored, but it's all the back and that's all the strapping and that hadn't been tailored. You know, I've done that myself, but it had like utility pouches put on the front of it. The short back version, fucking brilliant. You know, especially if you're on a bit of a budget, you can pick one up for like sort of 60 quid.
Yeah,
I would find a photo, except Chrome's not working now either, so that's great.
I can get one. Hang on.
Please,
bloody Norton, bloody wives and their Norton.
I've never run one out in the field because I don't know if anyone watched our previous Bag and Bergen. I used to have a Warrior X300, which is basically Warrior's version of it, and I didn't get on with it. So then just before Christmas, I got myself a super grade Bergen in MTP. So, but mine didn't come with the rocker pouches. So mine now needs to be sent over to Mission Tailors.
Yes.
To get him to have a little look and have a little gander, because I want the pocket done the same as my Commander's pack, which I'll go on to in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I think the same
it's
as
a
your
classic bag.
You can't go wrong with it.
No.
So what I was trying to explain is there's a little pouch that's kind of permanently fixed to the very back that we can see in the bottom of the photo there. You've got a series of vertical. I don't think it's molly, is it? But it's like vertical. It's the equivalent of molly. That you can.
I think it's still classed as molly, though, isn't it?
It's a sort of molly. I mean, these come out. This is sort of like PLCE sort of era, isn't it? So it's all for bits. So it's just webbing loops in it.
You've got some webbing straps on there for you can attach on carabiners and things like that. And then the rocket pouches you can detach. And then there's actually a variety of other pouches that you can put on those. So there's the British Army medical bag as well. That also fits the same zips.
For sale, funny enough.
Pretty good. They're probably, I would argue, I think better than the rocket pouches. Just in terms of, because you can open them up. It's almost a complete clamshell design. So you can lay that down, unzip it, and you've got that whole thing that opens up. It comes with a Velcro panel on the inside as well that you could attach. You know the Viper mesh bags, funnily enough.
Oh, yeah.
They've got, they are pretty much the same as the mesh pouches and things that you can attach to the inside. Yeah, so exactly that, Lance. There you go.
How did you do that?
You just double click, or you just click on the little. I'll show you after the show. No, that's all right. So yeah, you can attach those to the woodland, the medical bag.
You can attach them all over the woodland. You can
attach them everywhere. What I also wanted to point out is, if you do have this configuration of Bergen, you can also get a yoke system, which allows you to actually attach the rocket pouches together to form a day sack. So if you are running such a system, it means that you can obviously have your day sack kit in your rocket pouches, and then all you'd have to do is quickly unzip them, zip them onto your yoke system, and then you've effectively got all of your day sack stuff straight from your Bergen, straight as a backpack, which I think is a really good idea.
Hence the term rocket pouches, because it makes you look like a rocket
yeah.
man when they're zipped together. If you didn't know that. Yeah, you do.
There you go. That's the British Army Bergen.
Mhm.
Right, I'll let you, because that's kind of the Bobby basic standard, I think. I think we can all
Yes.
kind of justify on that. So I was going to now let you guys kind of talk about the others that you have.
Go on, Andy.
The rest of the
I want to hear about your commander's thing.
So I have this one at the moment. So the Kit Pimp Commander's 35 litre patrol pack. It literally comes as. I'm really annoyed because I paid the 170 quid, like literally a couple of months ago, and now it's $89.99. So a little bit annoyed with Kit Pimp if you're listening. Thanks for that.
That is actually Kit Pimp, is it?
Yeah, how dare you put sales on?
I know, literally a couple of months after I bought it, but it's I know it's going to be a squeeze. Because 35 litre is quite small. But I am generally going to try and run this weekend coming, our Op Phoenix event. I am going to try and run out of that bag. Because
I mean, that is
this lovely top panel
pack at that point, isn't it? Rather than an actual Bergen. I would argue that's probably, I mean, it says patrol
Well,
pack.
it does say pack.
Yeah. Because 35 litres is not a lot, is it? I mean,
no. But I feel like because there's quite a lot. Like there's a lot of pockets. Like you've got the 2 fixed rocket pouches, then you've got the 3 at the front, then you've got this big bag here, then you've got this top section here, then you've got a zip with this in it.
I mean, that's very similar to the Northern Ireland patrol pack, but the Northern Ireland one hasn't got the 3 utility pouches on the front or the little mini poncho roll bit. I mean, it's just a miniature Bergen. It's essentially my beast, but like a mini version of it.
Yeah, and it says it's hot.
It's hot. Well, get it then.
It is hot.
If it's hot.
Yeah. You got a little
no-brainer.
Little hole, if you want to look at the
hole there, little hole, put things in it.
I thought that to me, that's quite smart. Like I think Absolutely. I could live. I think I could have a 2-day event out of that.
Whoa, that's a fucking bold statement to make.
I reckon I could have a 2-day event out of that.
Maybe in the summer when you haven't got to take as much, but I doubt you wouldn't get a winter event out of that unless you just didn't sleep or have a DOS bag or anything. Because you've got a sleeping bag in there.
Yeah, so that's what that bit's for. That's what the main bit's for.
No, I suppose, yeah. I've never actually tried to put a DOS bag in a Northern Ireland patrol pack. I'll have to try that now.
You could probably get a kid's one in there.
I mean, I can cut
I'm going to give it a go.
I mean, I've got a 60 litre Camelback Motherload. I say patrol pack. Day sack patrol pack, 60 litres. What would we class that as bag? Is that a day
I would say anything sort of over 40.
I'd say anything 40 litre and below is an assault pack. Anything above that is a patrol or day sack in my mind. So I can get literally all my kit for an event in that 60 litre. But you do have to cut back on some things, bits and bobs. So if I took my Camelback, I wouldn't bother with a ground mat or anything like that. I'll just sleep in the bivvy bag and the DOS bag and make do. Put some ferns down or something like that to insulate. Yeah, well, I do like that though, man.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I think I can. I will find out if I don't come out of the woods on Op Phoenix. Then you know that I cannot live out of a 35 litre bag
just
for 2
days.
You won't be in the woods for very long, will it?
Yeah,
just pack smart. Yeah. Yeah, fuck this.
So I'm thinking. Good. So
this bag is not hot.
So I'm thinking food on one side, ammo and gas on the other. Roll up me spare, like me waterproofs and things in the 3 front sections, sleeping bag and extra clothing in the main section, and then bits in that section.
Plus your
I
webbing
think
set
Now
that
we've-
you're going to have to
Now
wear.
we've talked about your handbag. Do you
I'm
want to
not
talk about
wearing-
your other Bergen?
Oh, my other Bergen. No, that's just the new. That's just the new standard. That's just the Bergen with nothing on it. Oh, it has got rocket
Yeah.
pouches.
How could you miss them? They're enormous. What's that?
That's my bag. Oh, hang on, I think
Yeah,
it's
but
all got
how's that?
looped up.
Oh. It's all you, baby.
Oh, look, there you go.
For those of you listening,
So
to
it's
the
got
audio,
it's got the one pouch at the front,
there we go. That's it.
and then
Yeah,
it's
so that's
got
the classic.
Yeah, it's got rocket
yeah.
pouches then.
yeah, it has got rocket
There you go.
pouches, big ones.
There you go. Beautiful.
But this will have.
Love, love,
There's
love.
loads of room in this.
Well, you'd expect so. You could pack
Oh,
your
I think.
you could pack your kit pimp one and put it in there.
You can put two in there.
With room.
Fucking hell. Yeah, man. I mean, technically, you could pack 3 of those kit pimp bags and put them in your Bergen with a literage.
Yeah, probably. I might not try to do the. Might try to do some.
Oh, you know what you should do? You should pack my 17-litre assault pack and put it in your 35, and then put your 35 inside my 60-litre, and then put all of them in your Bergen, and it'd be like a Russian doll bag.
Yeah,
There's isn't there like some dinner that's like that? Isn't
yeah,
there,
bird in a bird in a bird in a bird.
Oh,
Yeah.
the 10-bird roast. Yes, medieval.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that. Yeah, very good. Bagception. Yes.
But yeah, as I said, I used to run the Warrior X300. I personally didn't get along with it.
What didn't you like
it's
about
a very good. So it's got internal rocket pouches on the sides, and they're silk lined. So anything that you stand up in there slides around like no one's business. And the strapping and stuff that they put in the side pockets aren't brilliant. I think Mike's brought it up, haven't you? Yeah. It's a good bag. You can fit a hell of a lot in it. And
like the top lid, how that opens up into sort of like a tray type approach.
oh no, yeah, it doesn't do that.
What do you mean it
It's just
doesn't
a
do that?
flappy. It's just a flappy. It's just the same as like a normal Bergen lid or my Commander's lid.
Right.
It-
Okay.
What's he saying that picture's been photoshopped? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, photoshopped.
Bloody warrior stuff. Bloody.
The thing that I do like
Lies.
is that it's got 2 compartments. So you see where they've got this zip undone. That goes into another compartment which unzips again.
Is that the top
and
or the
then-
front? What
That's
is
the
that?
front.
Yeah.
So that's just your access into so you see that section there,
Yeah.
that bag. That's like a totally different compartment. But then if you take your stuff out, there's another zip inside, so you don't have to use it.
Ah, so you can get to the inner sanctum of the bag.
So you can get to like right in there.
Wow.
The padding on it is beyond comfortable. It's like a memory foam sort of thing.
That does look comfy. Yeah.
It is comfy. It was just the rocket pouches that I didn't really enjoy. Like you can, because they're so big, you can't really put anything in them. Otherwise, they just move around and rattle around. But that was just my personal preference. The lower bag, you see that that one, yep, the one that Mike's highlighting, that actually fits a British basher
Oh, cool.
in
So
there
it's the poncho roll then. Yeah,
perfectly. Yeah. So it
Nice.
literally fits in there perfectly. You roll it up right, you can get it in there. And then at the bottom, it's got a zip and it's got its own waterproof liner. Comes with its own liner. So you just
to pull out over
unzip
the
that.
bag.
Yeah, unzip that, pull it out over the top. But that only comes in tan. So you've got a multicam or a multicam black or one of their other colors. Whatever you pull out, it's always tan.
Oh, is it?
Your waterproof covering is tan.
I'll be spray painting.
I mean,
that.
it could be worse colours. You could have orange or red. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have one that's like black with a massive knob on it.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's what goes in
Funny.
the harnesses.
I have to say, when I have seen you in using this bag, and it is, it's quite a nice Bergen. From sort of the aesthetics. I mean, I grant your point about the lid obviously being a bit flappy, and just the profile of it
Periwinkle
is
blue.
quite narrow.
Yeah.
Huh?
Periwinkle blue.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. The profile of the bag is quite narrow, so obviously you haven't got that. You know, it's one thing you do sort of see is some of these larger packs, people kind of wandering around and going through doorways or anything like that. They got to kind of go in sideways because their pack's almost like 1.5 times wider than they are. But one thing I did want to ask, in terms of, it was this picture. So this presumably is completely useless if you've got a belt set up on. So, for example, if you had webbing, you wouldn't be able to carry that Bergen.
So I did, but what I did was I kind of had the strap sitting a little bit higher than my belt, so they were more above my hips. And I got to admit, on longer marches or longer walks, you felt it not sitting quite right. No, you probably wouldn't wear that with a belt. You'd find it a struggle to wear that with.
That's a more long
set.
back size, isn't it? That Bergen.
Yeah,
it's not a short back at all.
I ran it with a chest rig, and last game that I actually used it, I actually took my belt off, had it sitting right, and put my belt in one of the side pockets, which is a little bit annoying.
I mean, even the position of the actual Bergen itself is obviously quite low, isn't it? It's very close to your waist.
Yeah.
But it's a nice bag, though, and ultimately, how often do we go full patrol with webbing sets and stuff? It does very much depend on the event. So,
for a carry bag, if you were just going to an event and you're just chucking food and spare pair of clothes and ammo and stuff in it, you'd have more than enough room. If you were to take that
bag company, no, not at all. Just different things for different things.
Yeah, but Warrior supply this to the French, I think it is. Like that.
They do not use webbing.
Yeah.
I need a long Bergen to get my baguettes in.
Yeah, maybe that's what That's maybe what I saw the rocket pouches are for.
For baguettes.
They're there for baguettes because they are like I could literally fit my whole arm in it and still not touch the bottom or the top.
Definitely for storing baguettes in there.
That is a baguette carrier.
Well, I'm glad we've concluded that. So
yeah.
That's that, I knew there was a reason for it. I knew we'd get there.
Yeah, and it's got
process
so
of
much
elimination.
molly on it. It's got so much molly on it. It's unreal.
Yeah, but that'd be for winding garlic rings, wouldn't it? And onion onion plats and things like that all through there. Yeah, absolutely.
And the beret hook.
Hook.
It all makes sense. Absolutely, of course it does.
Nice.
Oh dear. Sorry, French people.
So what are you? Is that's your? Because I know you're quite minimalist, aren't you, Andy, in terms of what kit you've got? As opposed to
you've got much.
I'm going to rattle off about 400 bags.
Yeah. So the only other
I haven't
bag
got many bags now.
So the only other bag that I've got is the AM AP3 assault pack from Agilite. If you haven't watched their latest videos, no, honestly, if you haven't watched their latest videos, go and watch it. They're absolutely phenomenal. Like telling you what they pack and things like that while they're out in Gaza. Like you might not agree with what they're doing, or you might agree with it, but the video itself is very good in regards to
nice bags.
But
they got nice bags. They got nice bags and nice
pack their shit. Yeah.
So
what size is that, Andy?
That is
it 17
small.
litres? Is it 17 litres, sir? Oh,
that goes from super low 4 litres to
4 litres?
18
it's
litres
a fucking bum bag.
To plus 8 litre with the beaver tail.
Beaver tail?
So that's your beaver tail.
Oh, yeah.
And it flaps out.
That's not 4 litres. That's like 20 litres, that bag. There's no way that's 4 litres. Like my son's bag that he used to have his reins in was 4
compress
litres.
it all down.
You can compress it down with these
That's at least the same size as the Virtus one. It's got to be. Just looking at the makeup of it, and then you got like 5 molly across the front. That's Virtus assault pack size, 17, 20.
So it
does look
attaches
cool.
straight onto the Agilite plate carrier. With these little Velcro hooks, and I've got to admit, I've put a lot of weight and stuff in this bag, and it half hold the weight well. I tend to just use it because it's got. I tend to just have it in its smaller setting, and just throw pyro in there and ammo and things if I'm out on patrol. Or I'll rig it up to me chest rig. But that's the only other bag that I've got.
Oh yeah.
So you can throw your extra ammo and stuff on. Comes in loads of different colors: tan, grey, low in stock.
I like the grey for like an everyday bag, like an EDC bag. That'd be quite cool.
Yeah. The black
that's
cool.
smart. Mm-hmm.
Multicam black. But yeah, the reason that I liked it was because that's literally how simple it is to put on. So you take off the buckles there and you just tie it in. Job done. And the Velcro pack.
Nice.
Yeah. So it is only compatible with the
Sail ends in 3 hours.
3 hours and 3 minutes.
Get it done.
Save yourself €10 or a little bit more.
Stephen says, "Do you do the jerky robot movements while you put the bag on?"
Oh yeah. I do the jerky movements in life in general.
The jerky. He'll like a jerky.
But yeah, it is a really good pack. It's really handy because you can shrink it down. You can put a 3-litre water bag in there. I've forgotten the name of them. That's the one.
Hydration
bladder. It's got antenna pockets and everything in it, so you can keep your comms in there. It's all Velcroed inside, so you can stick your Velcro pads on. Yeah, it is a really good kit for if you've got the Agilite system. But
it comes with shoulder straps, doesn't it?
It comes with it comes with them shoulder straps.
That's right.
And they literally just come off with that clip there.
That'd be so tempting to do. If you had that on and I was behind you, I'd be so tempted to just click. See ya.
But yeah, so they're the three main bags. Right, well, I won't be wearing it this weekend.
Yeah, fucking hell, Lance, not again. Not funny anymore.
It's like the quick disconnect plate carriers, isn't it? Like that, where you just pull the things.
You're like, he's such a dick.
Right. Just don't look at my plate carrier either then.
Ching ching.
I bend down to pick up my bag that is disconnected, and then he.
Do you reckon you could jerry rig someone's plate carrier who's got one of them quick releases up and like hide an airbag in their pack? So if they pull the fucking boom,
just a parachute deploys out the back.
Oh dear, that's very silly. That'd be quite a good idea, though, wouldn't it? Someone setting off an airbag that's just under the ground. That would literally send you sky high as well. But that's probably not a good idea.
Don't
be funny though,
especially if like a rabbit set it off or like a squirrel. Or something. Imagine how far it would go. Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, not sorry, but I would
down into the realms of not blasting rabbits into space.
Yeah. As funny as it would be, it's cruel, but funny.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to go next?
So that's me.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've got to get your photos up. I'll tell you what. I'll do mine. I'll do mine quickly first.
You do yours quickly first.
You do you.
So the first one I wanted to talk about is the deployment bag. So this is an 80-litre holdall, basically. I would highly rate these. I've used these actually, funnily enough, for both airsoft and personal use. Things like going on holidays and stuff like that. I did a trip to Iceland where we could only have one bag in the hold. I used one of these. It's really, really good on the basis that it doubles both as a holdall and the straps that can you can basically kind of tuck them in. So they've got little Velcro panels that go over the strap, so you can just make it a holdall if you want it. So, when you're wheeling it around, or say wheeling it around, when you're carrying it around the airport or anything like that, you can either have it in sort of a holdall mode, or you can pull out the shoulder straps, whack that on, and then you've basically got a large 80-litre rucksack. Pretty good if you want a bag that you can just dump stuff in. So if you're going to be in a position where you are, for example, like Longmoor, based in a fob, you might have a pelly case or anything like that with you as well. But basically, you can just chuck stuff in that bag, wear it like a backpack, dump it down, and then it's got a nice long panel opening. You can just get in there, get anything out you need, all sorted. So that was the first one I'll talk about.
That's
You
good.
like
can
it,
definitely get them cheaper than 40 quid as well.
Yeah, I've got 2 or 3 of them, and they're bloody worth their weight in gold for both for airsoft and, like Mike said, just doing like the old family trips and bits and bobs like that. Very good stuff.
Yeah. So that's that one. The ones I wanted to foray into now are the Dutch Army. So Dutch Army do two different versions of these. It's a 60-litre and a 100-litre. The 100-litre, as shown on screen now, has a slightly deeper section underneath the rocket pouches, as you can see. So you kind of get that extra storage in the base of the bag, whereas the 60-litre, you can kind of see there that the rocket pouches are slightly closer to the table that bag's sitting on. These are just brilliant bags. So if you're after a woodland bag that's in slightly better quality than some of the British Army ones, in terms of it doesn't have the odour surplus smell, which is not a bad thing.
Want a bag that's
I get that. I get that, but some of the older British Army ones are getting to the point now where their lifespan is, the fabric's starting to degrade and stuff like that. Whereas these Dutch Army ones are still pretty pucker, and you can get some pretty nice quality ones out there.
It's good gear. It's good
Military
gear.
Odyssey.
Yeah, it is.
I've managed to find one of these there. I think it was 40 quid.
And Caramore and Alpine make a lot of their kit as well, don't they? So it's good. It's quality stuff. It's good gear.
Yeah. I mean, these bags are 110 plus litres, obviously with the rocket pouches as well. So you're looking at a very similar capacity to the British Army Bergens. Profile wise, on the back, you get, if I can find the picture, you get 2 different kind of panel systems. This is on the 60-litre one. The kind of hip pad and everything like that. It's not quite as comfortable as some of the others. I know your Warrior one, Andy, having tried that was pretty nice, but these aren't bad. They're not terrible at all.
Very similar to the Caramore SF Bergen, the strapping setup on that.
There you go.
Yeah, very nice.
So it does vary. You can tell between the difference of the 60 and the 100 based on the hip pad as well. So they've got sort of different configurations on the back, but they are not absolutely covered in molly, but there is a lot of molly on these bags, so you won't get that on the British Army ones. Sort of the old generation ones, because it just wasn't a thing. I can find the picture again.
Do you have the same problem as the same with the Warrior? Does that waistband on the 100-litre, does that sit too low for a belt or webbing?
So it does on the 100-litre one. So obviously that's effectively around the waist. But what I've found with the 60-litre one is you can hoik that up, so you can get that above webbing if you wanted to. So you also have the adjustment points on the back of the bag, so you can lower down the chest straps and shoulder straps and everything like that. That you can lower that down the bag, so you can make the bag higher. But they're just pretty decent bits of kit, to be fair.
Do they have spines, these ones, or
they do have a spine? I can't tell you what it's made out of, but they are hard on the back.
Right.
I appreciate that's not the most informative. I can find out afterwards.
So it could be bone or it could be metal.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen
it's usually like an alley centre in it with like a plastic.
Yeah, the British Army one's like a little fork frame, isn't it, that you can kind of pull out. I'll be honest with you, I haven't investigated what the one is on here.
Edam.
But yeah, I mean, they're just good bags. And one of the things I do particularly like, I don't know if any of these photos are good. No, I mean, the zips on the side of these, you can actually zip together. So if you wanted to properly compress the bag, say you were, I mean, I've used it for, funnily enough, for Military Odyssey. So I zipped the whole bag together, so it's almost dead flat. So you're walking around, you've got loads of maneuverability, and then if you need a bag, you can just unzip that, and then you've got the full 110 litre.
Did you do that?
Oh,
Did you
right,
deploy
okay.
it at the
Yeah,
at a
obviously.
stall, at a stand?
Yeah, he had to buy a wheelbarrow to carry the bag back.
Do you want a bag, mate? No. I don't need a bag. Thank you.
I don't need a bag.
Load me up, baby.
The downside
See, that
of
is
the
where
bag,
the airbags would come in handy.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah.
pull a cord and it's
a deployable.
we'll
Fill
have
me
to
up,
work on that.
buttercup.
That'll be a NoFo idea.
yeah,
Well,
the deployable
airbag
bird.
burger.
Pressurized deployable Bergen. Yeah, air pressurized deployable Bergen. Yeah. Okay.
One negative of these, and it's the classic negative of anything that's sort of a barrel design, and by that I mean in terms of you've got one opening in the top, is the fact that you've got one opening in the top. If you've ever taken a Bergen with lots of stuff in it out for any period of time and then needed something in the bottom of it, you get so frustrated with having to take everything out or trying to kind of slide your hand down the side. It's very, very difficult to use. So any bag that's obviously got the ability to either open on the bottom, the front, the back, you'll probably find quite advantageous. And that's kind of referring to obviously the duffel bag configuration, because if you can get into the whole length of the bag, it means that you can pull things out. Whereas, if you're tabbing around and you want something that's right down in the bottom of your Bergen, for whatever reason it's there, be it some kit that you wouldn't normally use regularly or anything like that, so you don't need quick access to it, it can be a bit frustrating to have to pull all those things out. So
Yeah, see, that's the one thing that I miss about the Bergen that I've bought.
That leads me on to my Virtus.
Yeah, see,
so the Virtus has 3 entry points on the Virtus.
Of course it
which
does.
I find brilliant. This is the Virtus Mark 1. So this is the slightly older version, and you can tell the different versions by the Mark 1 has like a helmet carrier strap pouch that comes out underneath the that kind of opening there. It's got more of like a bulbous design, as if you look. I mean, this is, I don't know exactly which one this is. Mark version. I think this might be the Mark 3. But you can see there's the different configuration. That's a lot more kind of straight fronted on the back, or straight sided on the back, sorry. Whereas the Mark 1's kind of a little bit more lumpy.
Yeah, that last one's more like an engineer's Bergen look into it.
Yeah.
Just like the huge molly panel on the front. You'd get, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I've not had a chance, and I apologise. I've not had a chance to play around with the Mark 3 or 2. But I mean, that looks like there's only one entry point. There might be one on the bottom there. That looks like an entry point down there.
As it should be.
Yeah, there's a zip toggle there. So
yeah. Should always have a minimum of 2 entry points.
Always. So the Virtus Mark 1. Why do I like this bag? So for starters, you've got the 3 entry points. So on the base of the bag, you have, I haven't got a good picture of it. The base of the bag down here, this pouch here basically goes straight into the main pouch of your Bergen. So I use that for my basher, my tent, anything that I kind of don't need regular access to is right at the bottom of the bag. It's all waterproof, everything like that. So if you dip the bag down, it's not going to cause you any issues. And that way you can keep everything that you're not really going to touch regularly right at the bottom, but you've also still got first-hand access to that when you need that. So your basher is a really good example of that. Starts pissing it down with rain. I want to get my shelter up before I start doing anything else. Dump the bag down, open that butt at the bottom, grab the basher out, job done. Got my basher ready to go. The pouch on the back, you've got effectively kind of 3 pouches here. So you've got this helmet carrier one on the bottom, which I'll be honest with you, I've not used it as a helmet carrier because it just looks ridiculously bulbous. You know, your horizontal profile, I guess, you start sticking out quite a long way. If you're going to be leaning up against a tree or anything like that, you've got your helmet right in the point of where you'd be balancing on that tree.
I mean, with that setup, Mike, I'd be more inclined to have a helmet above that molly panel, the Velcro panel. So it's just, you know, where it sort of steps in to the top lid.
Yeah.
sort of have it in there.
Yeah,
To
you
keep
can
like
do
you said,
that,
to keep
but
that profile.
it is set up like that, so your helmet effectively sits on that panel there, and then this flap comes up and attaches to the buckles on the top lid. So that's how it's designed. I've never run it like that. What I generally tend to do is use this kind of flap, because it comes up to about halfway up that pouch on the back. Sorry, I use that as almost like an open dump pouch for the Bergen. So things like your map, water bottle, anything like that you want very quick access to, and you just dump your bag down. That's a really good opportunity, somewhere to put that, because it's not going to fall out. Unless you start shaking the Bergen upside down, it's not going to fall out. But you can just, it's just in that back one. You just slide your hand in, and it's no zips or anything like that you've got to deal with. The next pouch in, you can see the zips there on the front, just underneath Velcro. That's basically just a slot panel pouch. Literally just slide stuff in. So anything you're a little bit more precious about that's not overly thick, so map maybe, something like that. And then you get to the crux of the main opening, so you can literally unzip that whole back thing. That all comes off, and you can see everything in your Bergen within the remit of that pouch. And that is so useful, because even for packing a Bergen vertically is fine. But if you then want to unpack something from the middle, having the ability to just lay your bag down, open that up, and flap that over into the pull things out of the middle of your bag without touching anything at the top or bottom is just fantastic. The main pouch itself is just a Bobby Basic pouch. It's not really anything too exciting. It's just a big deep well that you can obviously attach stuff to. There's some little clips and things in there that you can hang stuff off of if you want to. It's obviously designed to work with the Source hydration as well, because these are made by Source. So they all kind of link up with the Source hydration systems. You've got a couple panels in the top of the bag as well. So you've got a front, a back, and there's also one on the inside. So you've actually got 3 pouches up there. Some of them are more waterproof than others, depending on how you want to put things in. But the main thing I also want to talk about is the side of this Bergen is quite interesting. So I told you I liked bags.
He loves a good bag. He loves a good bag.
He does love a bag.
Yeah, the side of this Bergen has a kind of a little flapper material that hangs out there, so you can actually slide stuff down there if you want to. So anything like your basher poles, hiking sticks, or anything like that, you can actually wedge them into the bottom of that bag, so they are retained instantly. You don't have to strap them in. You've obviously got the straps there as well that you can run across there to kind of cinch everything together, but you've got that there if you need it. The pouches, though, on these bags are so effing annoying. They have designed the pouches on every other British Army Bergen to those zips run the same way. Right? You zip it down or you zip it up, and then it's attached or detached. The Virtus, for some reason, they've gone opposite directions. So the zip basically means that you can't use your rocket pouches from any other system unless it's got that diagonal approach to how it zips up. And the rocket pouches for these are ridiculously priced still. Trying to get hold of them, you are talking... it's getting better, but you were talking about £90 for 2 pouches, just the rocket pouches. With the Bergen itself being 90 to 100.
So wouldn't it just be easy just to change the zip round?
You could. I wouldn't say that's easier, but you could do that.
It would be easy if you send it to someone.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've still got to pay to have that done. But yeah, I mean, I managed to procure some side pouches at a slightly cheaper rate than 90 quid because I refused to pay £90 for pouches.
90 quid is a lot.
Yeah,
a lot of money.
Rocket pouches are okay. They're just basically rocket pouches. They do have the functionality where the zip goes slightly further than just that top section. So for the British Army, the old school British Army ones, I think the zip was quite high up from memory. Whereas the Virtus ones, it does start to kind of come down a little bit, so you've got a little bit more opening space when you're trying to get into that pouch. The last thing, and I don't know if I've got a picture of it, is the webbing and everything in here that you've got for the DWD distribution system. So that's the dynamic weight distribution system, which is this plastic arm set with like a hydraulic air pump. So you could adjust the height of your bag and how it sits on your hip pad. All of these bags and all the Virtus system was designed to work in conjunction with the whole rest of the Virtus system. So the hip pad that you've got on your belt setup would tie in with the plate carrier, ties in with the Bergen and everything like that. And it's designed to work together on that basis. So this doesn't come with a hip pad. And there is no way of attaching a hip pad to this system. The later ones, you'll notice, maybe this is a Mark II. This is a Mark II one. That's the dynamic weight distribution system. Oh, it's gone now. Hang on. No, sorry. Oh, come back. There you go.
There it is.
That's the dynamic weight distribution system. So that plastic panel and this arm is controlled by a little switch that hangs off the side of the bag, and you could adjust that as you're going along. So literally, you can just change the shape of your back, press the button, and then work on that basis. I don't know why it's called an air support Bergen. Don't have the picture I wanted to. The Mark IIIs of the Virtus system come with a hip pad system that you can attach onto if you want to, whereas the Mark I's don't. So if you are looking for something that you're going to be hiking around in, you need to configure some sort of hip pad setup for this, because otherwise it is relatively uncomfortable after a long period of time to wander around in. But from the setup of all the other principles, that's not the end of the world to do. You can construct stuff. I've made some bits and pieces to attach to. Hopefully going to be getting that to Mission Tailors to fix, because my bodge job wasn't as good as his will be, and he doesn't do a bodge job. That's what I'm trying to say.
Very nice.
Yeah, there you go. It's a good opportunity. Military Odyssey. The side pouches were £35 a pair when Les bought his 17-litre Virtus.
Yeah.
Fair play. I'm going back there this year. Military Odyssey is a wicked weekend.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it.
I think all three of us going, didn't we?
I think so. It'd be nice to do an overnighter down there.
Just need to coordinate a day.
Yeah.
Because that's in August as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
End of August, bank holiday weekend.
Busy month.
So yeah, that's my offerings.
Very nice too.
I will bring yours up now, Lance.
Do you want to skip back? Is there any questions in the chat that we want to skip back through before we
can do.
Move along?
I think we've only got a few comments.
Commentings. Landnav Challenge says, Andy, where would we be able to get professional mapping of drains? He needs some professional mapping done of his drains. Where could he go?
You can go to www.superflow. That's superflo.co.uk. And we have a very simple booking system. You just click on the button, book now, and it comes to our
professional staff.
Yeah, it goes to Mike, our magical wizard, and then it comes through to me to do the work.
Wonderful.
So if people didn't know, me and Mike have started Superflow. Lance didn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, fuck that.
So yes, this is a business half owned by NoFo.
Except me.
For legal. Yeah, but not for legal reasons.
That's very much for legal reasons. There you go.
Anyway, this is airsoft, not business promoting. But thank you anyway.
Yeah. Lovely. Congratulations, boys, anyhow.
Thank you very much.
It's exciting times.
Go you. Look at this. Look at this now. So this is my PLC shortback Bergen British Army issue, which has been heavily modified with a poncho roll underneath the top flap support straps, 3 utility pouches underneath that, so it's got real estate for days. Doesn't come with a hip pad or anything like that, because I think they do come with them, but I either cut them off or just tuck it in around the back of the spine, because I never use hip pads on any of my bags, because I'm always either running it with belt kit, or if I'm running it with a plate carrier, I've got a shooter's belt on, so it's just it just won't work. So I always make sure I've got a sternum strap, but I never use a hip pad or a hip belt with a backpack or anything like that. Couldn't tell you how old this is. It's got to be a good 16 years old, maybe 17 years old. But it's absolute nails. It's literally made of steel. Obviously, rocket pouches, they're just standard. Some people have the mesh tailored onto the inside of where the rocket pouch fixed to the side of the Bergen. There's like a little additional storage, which come with the Beast, the JJs, which I'll get onto. But yeah, this is like, I just love it. It's just battle worn. It's been all around the world. It was a gift to me from my brother-in-law who demobbed, and I'll never ever get rid of it because it's just precious to me. But yeah, it's just a wicked bit of kit. On there as well, a little tip for the lid bit on the top there. You've got some additional clips, which can extend how much you can put in the bag and cinch it up by. And what they also do as well is where they pop in around those molly straps on the lid. If it was to break any of those necks and buckles, it's literally like £6.50 to get a new set from Kit Goblin, I think, do them. I'm sure the company's called Kit Goblin. You can get a set of them PLCE strap extenders and just replace them. Rather than if you broke the necks and clip that's on the actual stitch to the lid, then you're sort of pretty screwed. You have to get it tailored again. Whereas these are quite sacrificial. So I've got them. I've got a set for that Bergen. I've got a set for my Beast. So they're my two main Bergens that I use. I've got like 2 sets. Obviously the poncho roll I can fit a full British Army basher, pegs, jungle knots. I put my entrenching tool in there and my poo kit. That all goes in that poncho roll at the top. You could get jet boil sized kit in the utility pouches on the front there. So you've got kit for days. I've got my mortar tube in there as well. I've got a full camo net in there. I mean, that's fully kitted. That was for OpMac. That was the first OpMac event with Defiant event. That was packed for that. So that's got like everything to sustain yourself in for 36 hours. It's got sleeping system, shelter system, rations, water, ammo, comms, everything. It's got a day sack in there, rolled up in the top, ready to go as soon as I get to where it is I'm going. I can deploy that and sort of pack it as I'm putting there whatever I need, and then sort of move out from there and leave that stashed wherever I need to. But yeah, it's just a wicked bit of kit. You can pick up the short back for like 40-50 quid. You can get super grade ones, I mean, and AA plus ones, but I mean, a grade 2 one, it 9 times out of 10 it'll state in the comment, it'll say it's had damage at some point, but it's been repaired professionally. So I mean, you could get a grade 2 one all day, and it'll be absolutely fine, and you'd probably save yourself 30 quid, 40 quid. There'd be nothing wrong with it whatsoever, apart from you might see some stitching, like cross stitching, where a hole's been stitched up on the side of the bag. But I mean, it's going to be in a bag liner, so it doesn't really matter. This has only got one opening in the top. I mean, personally for me, I prefer that. I don't like having loads of access points all over a bag, because for me, I find that can be compromising to the bag itself. If a zip was to pop or go, then you've got to try and retain whatever it is that's trying to burst out of it with strapping or whatever it might be. So where that being one solid unit with just one access point at the top, it's reduced. Not saying that these bags that have got multiple entry points have got weaknesses, because they're very, very strong zips. You know what I mean? They're heavily graded zips. Yeah. But there's the potential there. Do you know what I mean? You could snag some kit in it and not realise and pull it and then go, oh shit, I've just burst the zip, and then that's open now. Whereas that is like, there's no zip, there's a little drawstring, a little snow hood in the top, and it just clips down. It's old school. If a clip was to break, you could tie it off and cinch it shut. It would still work, still be fine. So it will get you out of trouble. And with obviously, like with packing a bag, I always put in like obviously the bag liner, my DOS bag. The main pack of my bag only ever has my sleeping bag, maybe a bit of warm clothing, maybe my thermal scope, and that's pretty much about it. My foot care kit maybe might go in there. So my bag goes in first inside the bivvy bag. I'll put all my little bits and bobs that I might need in there as well with it, fold over the bivvy flap, roll it up in its poncho liner, bag liner, and then click it shut. So if I do need to get stuff out, it's in my DOS bag underneath the bivvy, if you know what I mean. So I pull that big hood, the oversized hood of the bivvy bag, I make sure that's in last, so I can tuck that down as well as added protection if it's raining or anything like that. So it is super waterproof. Plus everything I carry is in dry bags anyhow, so it's never getting wet. Unless I leave it wide open and all the bags open, that's the only time that's going to get wet. I could probably submerge it, and all my kit in my main compartments would still be dry. And that's how I pack my bag. So I've always done it. The first, a bit of a lie, the first thing that goes in my bag is my ground sheet and my sleep mat, because I have it folded like a Z mat. I don't roll them up. I fold it like a Z mat, and then I put that. So when it's on my back, that's going to be closest point to my back. And then the DOS bag that goes in there with all my little bits and bobs. But yeah, absolutely gleaming bit of kit. it's one of my favourite. I mean, if out of all my bags, if I had to choose one to keep, it'd be that one because of the sentimental value to it. Obviously, I've got another one which has got new sentimental value to it. Which I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, that's just it's a wicked. And obviously, the newer one I've got is the younger son of this one. Do you know what I mean? This is like granddad bag. Then I've got young son bag coming up. But yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with them. Like I said, if you bought a standard short back and then got in touch with Mission Tailors, I'm sure it'd happily knock you out some.
Oh, he'd smash that out, wouldn't he?
Absolutely pucker mods for it.
Yeah.
In relatively quick time, depending on his schedule. He can have the thicker straps, the wider straps, the foam padding, the memory foam back panels, all the utility pouches on the front, poncho rolls, the mesh liners for the rocket pouch, everything. Upgrade your buckle systems, all that stuff. He can do all that good stuff. So, yeah, it's a wicked bag, yeah. 40, 50 quid tops. I wouldn't be spending more than 40, 50 quid on a short back.
Funnily enough, so just on that, James says that he has a grade 2 one for sale. All he needs is one new strap sewn on and a small tear repair. So if you're interested, have a chat with James.
There we go. Lovely stuff.
What I've just found on Prepper Shop, funnily enough, is that they have the British Army 100 litre, a long back grade 1 for £40 and a short back grade 1 for £38.
That is an absolute bargain.
Yeah, and that is good.
And they don't have any grade 2 at the moment. They've only got grade 1, and they define grade 1 as condition is. Sorry, go on.
Get NoFo 10 as well for that.
You do. You get 10%
discount.
They define grade 1 condition is used but still perfectly usable and will require no repairs before use. Please note these bags may be dirty or show some signs of use, such as names written inside.
Brilliant. That's exactly what you're after. That's an absolute steal. That is £38.
Yeah.
We just lost 2 people. So I think there's 2 being sold right now.
Yeah. Well, James McNeary's selling the bag, so I think he's going to replace it now.
Yeah. Something I did just also want to mention, I know we kind of touched on it very briefly at the beginning. So there's a difference between a long and a short back Bergen. I've did a bit of research on this before the show, and I am happy to be corrected if my understanding is incorrect. However, from my understanding, both the long and short back Bergens have the same capacity, but the long back is designed for anybody that is taller than 6 foot, which is 180 centimeters, and the short back is designed for anybody that is obviously less than 6 foot. Now,
so most of us.
I don't know personally. I've had both the long and the short back, and I can't really say I've noticed too much of a difference from an airsofter's perspective.
And I haven't noticed much of a difference when wearing it with webbing, a long back and a short back, if I'm brutally honest.
No.
And I'm not 6 foot. I am.
I don't think any of us are 6 foot. Are we?
No, do you know what I mean, though? So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I've just got a huge back. And tiny, itty bitty legs.
But yeah, that's my understanding of the long and short. So if you're confused by that at all, that is the kind of rationale behind that. It's to do with the kind of comfort for how they're worn. Anyway, right. So on to your next image, which I know is the Defiant Op Machiavellian.
That's the same bag, mate. It's just at Op Machiavellian, just before the off. So there's the belt kit. Is that my belt kit? Yeah, it's my belt kit. And the short back Bergen, of course. Yeah, just ready to go.
There's my Versus in the background.
There it is.
There it is.
Versus in the background. Lovely stuff.
I just want to quickly...
And there's a good example. Go on.
So JBG have said, have you looked into the air support Bergen? I'd definitely like to touch on that because it's one of my wish list bags because it's monstrous. Is
that the one? Hasn't it got like 9 utility pouches on the front of it?
Yeah, and then it's got like a big box on top and everything.
Yeah. That's proper. You've got all the support you need in there.
Yeah, but we'll touch on that in a minute of wish list ideas.
Ooh, lovely. Yeah, so this is the short back, obviously sitting above the belt kit. There's my own lashed together shoulder strap mod, which is essentially some old foam roll mat wrapped around the existing shoulder straps and then sniper taped into position. And that's probably been on there for like 3 years now. Absolutely pucker. Really, really comfortable. So I was well impressed with my shitty mod that I did. But yeah, no, it works well for me. And obviously there should be the hip pad that comes out there. But what I've done, if you look in between my back and the bag, you've got some like green, OD green sort of ripples down the side of it. So the hip pad actually, I've tucked it in behind there, sort of cinched it all up and tucked it in, so you won't see it at all. So I could just sling it on and off, because putting a hip pad on with that, it'd be up around your chest, and it's just shit. But if you want to get it off quickly, with it like that, you can just loosen the shoulder straps off, drop it to your back, and then it's off. All good stuff. So yeah, super comfy. Good as gold. This one is another one of my favourites. It's the Camelback Motherload. So it's a 60 litre. And one thing I do like about this, whereas I contradict myself with the Bergens, this one here has got multiple zips on it, but not to the point where it's accessing the main pack. Now with that, this has just got.
It'll come crawling back, Andy.
Yeah.
So if you look at the top of it, I'll wait till these two stop talking. Okay. So where the Camelback label is at the top, we've got 2 zips, and they will unzip all the way down to the base. So it will literally, like Mike said, like a clamshell, the whole thing will just open up. So there's just that one zip, and it just exposes the lot. Loads of retention strapping on the inside, additional pockets for admin and bits and bobs like that. It's a really great bag. Even the bag, the pouch on the front, when you unzip that, it's got all different like admin slots and bits and bobs in there. So you can really organise the kit really well in these packs. For me, sometimes with bags, I think there can be too much going on with regards to like little pockets for this and little bits for that. Me personally, I sooner just have a bigger space that I can compartmentalise my own kit and just put it in there, rather than individually slotting bits into the. Because if I use the pockets that's in the bag, they're not waterproof. They're not in a dry bag, because I've slotted them into whatever. Like example, say you had a pen holder in there, you could slide a pen into it. That pen's not waterproof now because I can't put it in a bag liner or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I'd sooner have those big pockets. Just have them as pockets. Just keep it simple. And people can just compartmentalise themselves with their own dry bags or little mini penny boxes or whatever it is they want to use. So I prefer that, not taking away from the bag, but it's, for me personally, I'd sooner just have it as a big space to use rather than loads of little bits going on in there. Because again, it's breakability of it. Whereas if it's not there, it can't get broken. Do you know what I mean? So I'd sooner just have that space for my own. I'll organise it how I like it, without having to use what's been supplied in the bag. But yeah, nice and padded. I don't put the spine in there. I take the spine out of a patrol pack or that sort of thing, purely because I can roll it up and stick it in my Bergen. Whereas if it's got the spine in there, it's really rigid. So I'll get rid of that and just pack it in a way that it just like sits flat against my back. I find it nice and comfortable. 9 times out of 10, you're taking a jacket out of you anyhow, so you can always put that in there first, and that sort of mould to your back when you put the bag on. So yeah, I've never had any issues with that. Yeah, good bit of kit. Loads of retention straps around the side. The side pouches, you can get probably a 2 litre bottle of water in each of them. So you've got room for days there. It's got some 2 cool little pouches on the top of the sides. They're sort of like slightly bigger than a Cam Cream box, so you can get some good bits of kit in there, which is always nice. And the strapping system, the sternum strap as well. Again, super comfortable, really good stuff. Yeah, it's a really good bag, that is. I think they've got a new one out last year, a new Motherload, so that'd be worth looking at. I'm sure it's going to be pretty expensive, but you can pick them up. They still hold their price quite well, though. I think you're probably looking at sort of like 120, 130 for them still, second hand. But yeah, a great patrol pack, great day set, great weekend, but a summer event bag as well. You can do all day long with that. I can get my winter DOS bag and bivvy bag in the main compartment, as well as like my softy jacket and a couple of other bits and my thermal scope in its storage case. I can get all that in the main compartment of that bag, and it leaves up the rest of it for any water, rations, gas, mags, whatever it is I need, plus what I'm carrying in my belt kit. So that's pretty much good to go for like 24, 36 hours. And it's a lot smaller than an actual big Bergen, like the Beast or my short bag. It's really contained. Really good stuff.
I just jumped to this quickly because now Andy's quite keen to show us the air support Bergen.
Oh no, I was going to wait until he'd shown his.
That's right. Well, as you mentioned it, I know I can see you sitting there getting all excited.
I was trying to find images. So yeah, this is the air support Bergen. It's just,
I mean, it's
monstrous.
Not as a shape. It's not actually too dissimilar from your Commander's pack, is it? It's just
no
bigger.
But it's got loads of utility pouches, and then it like literally goes all around the front. But then you can do stuff like this to it, which is just
That's a
I
rocket
could
pouch
live
on
out.
the top.
I could rocket pouch on the top. Although I think that's a bag because it's got clips, so that could be a day bag, which is a genius idea,
Mm-hmm.
or a patrol pack, and then it's got ammo for days on the side, ammo pouch. That I'd have in a second if I had £369.
Oh, the Marauder. Yeah.
I think
It's
Yeah,
very
that's
nice.
a
similar to
lovely bit of
the
kit.
Warrior BMF, isn't it?
Yeah. And I like the fact
Does
that
does that kit come with all of those additional side pouches and that then on eBay?
no,
now?
so that's all being tailored, I think.
Yeah, but that's what you get. You get all of that in that price.
Yeah, for 369.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, man.
No, like that is, I could live out that for a month probably.
JBG says, I think I've seen that bag on Rightmove.
It's just,
Defo, man.
it's just phenomenal, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's a big bit of kit. Yeah.
It's just where can I stick
problem
a
is-
pouch?
If you're
If your
And
thing
you've
is
got
though,
a
if you
bag like
don't
that,
fill that up, it's going to look
you're
shit.
filling it, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, because if you leave all them front pouches all saggy, and that's going to look crap.
I could put Mike in that,
Defo and me.
and then Lance in one of the little pockets at the front.
Yeah,
Pack a NoFo.
just like that.
Hello.
Oh,
But it is on my wish list. So
Yeah,
that's
fair
a
one.
lot of kit. Do you need? I mean, you're saying that you can fit in a 35
No,
litre bag.
yeah, but
How
what
you reckon
Mike
that
does-
you need?
Right, what
Where am I
Andrew's
gonna put
realised
my
is he'll
35
be
litre
carrying
bag?
most of our kit as well in that bag. And me and you would just be there with our little 17-litre handbags. Come on, Andy, keep up.
Nick codename Sherpa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or
Right.
donkey.
Getting back onto Lance's because I know that he's
Yeah, I
got some
wanna
rather
see.
fancy things coming up. So
Oh,
Ooh.
now then, there's a thing. There's a thing of beauty. So this is the JJ's Beast, and called Beast because it's fucking enormous and brilliant, and I love it. And I got given this by some really cool dudes for my 40th birthday because they're lovely, and I love them dearly. So this is like a massive surprise. I had no idea about it. But yeah, this is the JJ's Beast Bergen. It's pretty much comes a standard to what people get done to their standard Bergens. So basically, JJ's have obviously just brought out their own Bergen with all the customizations that people get done to their issued Bergens. Basically, so it's got the mesh liner behind the rocket pouch positions, 3 utilities on the front. The middle one's slightly bigger than the utility. It's more like a M60 249 pouch, saw pouch, like a Black Hawk saw pouch sort of size. Poncho roll above that. Huge oversized lid. Retention straps for days. The skeletal system for carrying it is the comfiest. It's so comfortable. Again, no waistband, so it can be worn with belt kit, can be worn with shooter's belt.
Mm-hmm.
The shoulder straps are unbelievable. They're just it's like armor, and it just spreads the weight perfectly. I mean, I've filled this. I mean, I've not taken it out in the field yet. I mean, it's the only time it was outside was at my 40th, which was September. So it shows how long I've not been able to get out to an event. But I can't wait to get it filthy. I really can't wait just to get some scuffs and dirt on it. It's gonna look fab. But I've literally loaded it to capacity. I put it on, and I'm not even joking. I know I was literally just stood there with it on, but you know when you put a bag on, you go, "Cool, fuck me, that's heavy." It just spread the weight so nicely. It was so comfortable to wear it. So yeah, I'm genuinely excited for that. I have bought some additional rocket pouches to go on the side. Don't know if I'm going to need them. But I did want to show them off because they're slightly different to the issued ones that you get. So these are the rocket pouches I get. They're an aftermarket pouch, which I got. Excuse the quality of the image because they've got bits of dark green in them, like my green screen. Just move that around there. But what I like
it
about
is like
these,
a big utility pouch, isn't it? Like that.
it is, yeah. So it's got the PLCE zip, so it'll fit onto any of the bags. It's got the retention clips on there, the Nexon clips. But what I like about it is that it's not a zip. It's literally open it right up. Because one thing I don't like about the PLC rocket pouches is there's a zip round there, and it only opens up a certain amount of way. You can't really get in here and have a good look. So it comes with a snow flap at the top, so you can cinch that shut. And that's what I like about it, is you've got all of that space to get in there. Whereas the PLCE ones, sometimes you're almost fighting to get your hand in there to get some kit out. Or if it's a big bit of kit, like you've got a big dry bag of like loaded up with rations or some warm kit or whatever it is you're carrying. Sometimes it'd be quite hard to get it in and also get it out. Whereas the flap will open up all the way, so it's completely, and it's just a big cavernous mass of nothing. You know what I mean? You've got real estate for days.
Which way
I
does
think
it
that's
go?
as big as my patrol bag.
Same as PLCE. So they've made them so they're exactly the same as a PLCE. So you can use them on any JJs, any Warrior ones. They're the same. Any standard kit, anything apart from Virtus, basically.
Yeah.
Why you bastards?
I feel like you need to just send it off, mate, and just get the zip done the other way around so you can get some.
No,
of this,
I've bought
like,
the
pepper
pouches
kit.
now. I'm
No,
not
I bought
changing.
pouches. Will
Send the
fucking work.
pouches off as well and get them done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, the JJ's Bergen, it's gleaming. It's fucking so good. It's so good. You know, it's got all the bells and whistles that the standard issue ones come with. Obviously, but it's that external skeletal carrying system they've got on there. It's just so comfortable. Obviously, it allows airflow behind your back, so there's always that, I'd say, inch and a half space between your back and the actual Bergen itself. There's always airflow through there, so it's not going to sweat your back out. If it does get sweaty, it will dry quicker because it's not compressed against your back. So it is, for that reason, it's fantastic. And like I said, the build quality on it, the warranty that comes with it, it's just sublime. So yes, I'm very, very grateful for that bag, and I can't wait to use it. It will be coming out very, 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 very soon. So yes, highly recommend. I would never get one, if I'm honest. I would never have bought that bag. So I've only got it purely out of the generosity of some very good friends. So yes, thank you very much. Highly recommend.
I must profess, when I ordered it for you, because just to clarify, it wasn't just me and Andy that bought him that. Like, there's a lot of people.
Oh no, guys, no.
behind the purchase of that bag, but I volunteered to purchase it, and it was sitting in my hall for a little while, and I was like, "Ooh, this is quite nice. This is."
I like this bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, he nearly disappeared. He was like, I was very tempted to delete my number. Just,
Sorry, Mike's not here right now.
what bag?
So what I'm talking about.
This is going to seem like a huge advert, and it's not, because I just want to clarify that we're obviously not paid in any way for talking about this, but we do actually have a code for Mission Tailors now on our website. So if you go to Mission Tailors website, you can use the code NoFo10 for a 10% discount, or you can go through our website and just click the Mission Tailors logo, and it will take you to their website on there. So
Look at this.
He's got a nice website.
if you like saving money, we've now got technically 7 different discount codes that you can use. We're hoping to grow those all the time. So there you go. A little bit of exciting news that I would have told in the news if my computer was working.
There we go.
Well,
Lose you lose, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, just left it to the professionals to sort out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
I can trust you. One thing I just realised is I haven't talked about day packs at all for myself, so I'm not really going to spend ages on it. But I generally tend to just use the Miltech sort of 20-litre packs. They're the proper classic-looking rectangular block. I think everyone owns one of those as well. They come in an absolute massive range of colours. I will just find a quick picture. But they're just good little bags. Basically, you can compress them down. Not tried rolling one up, to be fair. I quite like the idea of doing that in terms of stuffing it into the bag or into the Bergen. I generally tend to just kind of lash it to the outside as flat as I can get it.
I can't stand stuff on the outside of a bag. It's one of my pet hates. I can't stand it. Dan does it on purpose. If we go away, he clips a cup to the outside of the bag, and I just stand there. If I'm behind him, I'll just walk behind him, just fucking hitting it. Or shoot it. Trying to snap the handle so it falls off.
Right. So the trouble is, now you've said that, every event that you go to, everyone's just going to just randomly just cable tie some crap.
Yeah.
To them.
I mean, that's probably the most frustrating thing for me would be a cup on a carabiner that swings from the bottom left corner of a bag when someone's walking along.
Oh, that's what we're attaching to you then.
And I'm just like, fuck you.
Right, if anyone's going to Op Phoenix, then you have a little challenge for me.
Anybody does that to me at Op Phoenix, I will make your lives a living hell. On that event and future events I see you at. I will come for you. I will come for you.
just finishing off on the Miltech pack. So appreciate
I've got
these
one of
aren't
them.
necessarily
They're
the most
very good.
expensive bags in the world. I mean Amazon. There you go. That one coming out. It's going to be really expensive now. 50 quid. I've definitely never paid 50 quid for one of those.
No, mine was about 35 quid, I think.
But it's very expensive. But you can buy them quite. They're not. There you go. About 30 quid.
Yeah,
35 quid. I've had one of those currently as my work bag, so I'm using it every day. Go to and from work, and I've had that for the last 9-10 years now. So, and to be fair, the canvas around the carry handle is now sort of it's starting to go a little bit. It's starting to delaminate, so still usable. It's only just where that carry handle's, I'm carrying it in and out, etc. So yeah, very very good bags.
Yep. Yeah, I've got an OD green one, 40 litre patrol pack by them. It's absolutely sublime. Fantastic.
Miltech stuff is proper. Like I think it's actually like cheap, good quality stuff. Like I use a lot of their. So you see the pouch that you get on the front, that little one at the top. They've made one, which is just a Velcro backed one, like that sort of size. And I've got a couple that I throw in my bag, literally just as like a wash kit holder.
Cool.
You can stick them onto the front of your webbing if you've got like a Velcro patch, because the Velcro on them is good quality as well. And that's Miltech. Like they're a good company.
See, I've got my bags, the 40 litre, so it hasn't got the additional like middle zip. Like it's got one big zip to open up the bag, main pack.
Yeah, and
then it has got the two pouches on the front. But yes, I think it's a cracking bit of kit. Yeah, good bit of stuff.
Yeah, I think just for the price and the range of different colours you get, and that's what I use as my murder bag.
That's his murder bag.
Festive murder. That's what it's all about.
So there you go. You can buy your own murder bag now, kids.
Yeah.
That's it. I forgot to mention my Bergen, but we'll save that for another time. Whoops.
You talk about it quickly if you want.
Probably my most classic bag that I've got here. Now, let me just grab it quickly and give it to you. Talk about yourselves. 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine.
Literally just there.
So how are you, Mike?
Oh, you know what we need is hold music. I'll have to get some hold music.
Like classic elevator music. Well, while he's doing that, should we run through some of the comments that we've got?
Yes, let's do. Les says, Andy, are you sponsored by Agilite and getting the commission?
Oh, I tell you what, I'd love to be sponsored by Agilite, but
I think, Les, aren't you an Agilite tester, by the way? I'm pretty certain that I believe that you are selected as an Agilite tester. So.
Yeah, God knows how you manage that.
Mark says, I can do a 2-day event out of my 45 litre DDPM patrol pack quite easily.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny says, Dutch ponchos are great too.
Oh, yeah.
The
Dutch are just great.
Says, to be honest, if anybody wants this one, that's these grade 2 Bergen £10 postage, £10 plus postage, as he needs it out of the way.
Oh, there you go, lads.
Bargain.
And then Damien says, I'm 6'8", and we used both when serving with no real difference noticed with webbing. So that's the long and short back. British Army
He's
Bergen.
6'8".
Well, he says 6.8, so I'm assuming that's 6'8", and not like
it's not going to be 6.8
meters, is it?
6'8".
Giraffe.
Like that. Why? I'm 6'8".
Wow. Yeah, never noticed any problems.
He's literally built like a brick wall.
Yeah, he's literally one of the gladiators.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like Johnny Bravo, just the perfect triangle, the upside down triangle of a man. Fair play, nice.
Right, go on then, Lance.
So this is my early 80s purchase for my
see, that's what it did to me.
My Gulf War 1 sort of loadout, which I'm going for. Bit of Scud Hunter type stuff. So I've got the Denison smock. I've got my Desert Combats. I've got my belt kit, which I'm currently working on at the moment. But yeah, this is an early 80s haversack. I wouldn't call it a Bergen. I suppose you could call it a Bergen, but so this is a real treasure, a real find.
Yeah.
Got all old insignia written.
It's got a roll cage. That's not a frame.
Yeah, but it's very.
cage.
I'd say it's almost similar to like the US Alice pack in design and makeup. Like hasn't got like a buckle system. It's like these straps here fold back just to get access to it, and you've got like an additional big pouch on the front, whereas the Alice has got 3. This has got like one bigger pouch on the front, but it's just. I mean, that's fucking odor surplus all day. And I'm not even, and it's full of my kit, which I'm going to be using to make, which is again even more odor surplus in it. It's just bursts with it. It is fabulous. So yeah, that was one I just wanted to touch on and mention. You know, this is all a lovely bit of old school kit, which I'm very happy to have taken purchase. And now I got it from absolute bargain on eBay. Someone had advertised it a few times and it didn't sell, and I sent them an offer and they accepted it. So I've had that sitting up here for a good while now, yet to be worked on, but it will be worked on. It will be out in the getting dirty soon. Don't worry, I'm not one of those precious people that buys things and just keeps them for best. It all gets fucked up eventually.
Damien says, "Yep, I huge."
All right, my guy. We need a sound effect for that. I think Damien deserves his own sound effect. Can we find one? Something to resemble. Oh yeah, okay.
No, that's, yeah.
I was thinking of something crescendo, something big and.
That's
we'll find one, Damien. Give us a week.
We'll find one, Damien.
We'll come back to you.
We'll find one, Damien.
Yeah.
Damien's coming.
Damien's back's coming. Damien's 6x8 back.
6x8 back.
Fair play. Can I not be big anymore? You like borrowers.
Oh yeah, sorry. I forgot.
Look at you.
What are you doing?
Oh, don't do that again. That was horrible.
What was that one?
So that's genuinely how we used to do the show. It's pretty big.
I'll tell you what. You've got.
Oh Christ! You can pick up every blemish there, can't you? I think we all need to get some Botox. What do I have to do? Oh.
Anyway, Lando challenge. I've never got on with the Bergens, so I've gone for a civvy pack. I mean, this is the thing. So there obviously are the military
Patrick.
They are quite bulky in comparison to a lot of civilian gear. So I did a little test a while ago with my what was it? I think it was a bag that I've used that I didn't want to talk about because it was okay for what I used it for, but it wasn't. It was like a cheap version of.
Patrick, if you don't get on with like British Army issue Bergens or something like that, seriously consider having a look at the Caramore SF Bergen, because that is very much more long distance hiker sort of style with regards to its retention and strapping and padding and stuff like that. My friend of mine who's ex-Marines, he used it as a jump Bergen. So when they're doing their parachuting, he said it was a really comfortable pack to jump with. So that's why he had that specifically. But yeah, definitely have a look at that. The Caramore SF Bergen, really good quality.
There you go.
There you go. It's very nice. What are they retailing for?
I mean,
now?
they do way more than
£300.
civilian kit. It's very noticeable. Whether that's more hard wearing, who knows?
Of course it is. It's hardcore.
It's mil spec.
Yes, because it's because airsoft.
Yeah, it's in no way the cheapest bidder.
It's just full of hard corners, is why it's heavier.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Join us next week where we're going to be talking about cooking systems. Obviously continuing our deep dive into various kind of more fundamental bits of kit. If you want to get in touch with the show beforehand, you can do so on our email of nofochat@hotmail.com. Our Instagram is @November_Foxtrot_NoFo, and the website is novemberfoxtrot.co.uk. We obviously, just a reminder, have our forum and community chats and groups on the website as well. So if you aren't on one of those, you may find it helpful to be on there. There's a lot of events companies on there as well now. We are growing day by day. There's more and more people kind of getting involved and posting stuff. So you can obviously use that as the sales group. We've got community chats about different subjects. So yeah, jump on, get involved, join the chat, as our tagline says. Tony says that'll be handy for the handy info for the charity hike.
Oh, there you go. Yes, mate. Have a look. Certainly have a look.
Yeah. No, I think it's talking about cooking.
Yeah.
I love that.
Just a reminder, if you want to donate your voice to the show in any such format, if you want to record sort of little MP3 and send it to us, and then
for us to vet
any that we use, we can include. So come up with a little tagline or weird phrase or noise or anything like that, and send it to us, and we might include it in the show.
Yeah. Also, leave us a review.
Can we get a sound for Damo, please, for Damien? For Damien's 6 foot 8
I'll work
back.
on something.
Let's I'll just throwing it out there. If anyone's got a suggestion of a crescendo or sound that we could use for Damien's 6 foot 8 back, let us know.
I reckon.
Drink on the wall.
That's a good one. That is a good one. I like that.
I don't know if we can technically use it because it might be copyright.
I think it should be like a huge drawbridge crashing. Bang. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
There we go.
Brilliant.
In the meantime, we'll be back next week at 8:00. Who wants to have the closing words? Oh, can I have the closing words? Because it's about bags.
You're like my mother-in-law. Just answer your own questions. What's the time? Right. Oh, it's fucking such and such. You didn't even give me a chance to answer you. What are you relative?
Who would like the closing words?
Mike would like the closing words.
Thanks, guys. So, best bit of advice I can give regarding bags. So, just because you have the space in your bag doesn't mean you have to fill it. I think that's quite pertinent. It's a number of times.
You're going to have a saggy pack.
No, but the number of people that go to events with absolute, I've got a rocket pouch full of stuff. I've got this rocket pouch full of stuff. I've got this. I've got things attached to the back and the bottom and the top. And you just end up with all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Just think about what you're packing. Try and keep it down.
And that's why I bought a smaller bag.
Andy turns up with a sandwich bag at the next event.
Yeah. Look what I got.
I've got a bag with only one entry point.
Yeah.
On that note, we shall see you next week. Oh, yeah, go on.
Please, can you try and, if you like the show, please hit the like button on whatever platform you're listening on or watching on. It really does help us break the algorithms of these lovely social media platforms. Because we do want to try because we are trying to get and grow our community a little bit more and help new people up and coming. So every like does do a massive amount, and every share does as well. So it is really appreciated.
I'd also like to point out I'm drinking water. That's fine. I'm not chugging
a. Come back next week.
I'm not chugging a massive bottle of lemonade. It's water, by the way.
Yeah,
that's okay.
In case anyone was wondering.
I got
shout out to our one viewer on Twitch as well.
One viewer on Twitch, who's standing fast.
He never comments. He's done
a couple of times.
Welcome.
He, she, they.
Is he comment? Them.
Do them comment?
We'll see you next week. Yeah. Say goodbye, guys.
Do these comment?
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Stay NoFo.
Stay NoFo.
Ciao, Bella. Bye-bye, everybody.